Pick is in. Here we go. Well, Jordan Addison, who was number 8 on the board. I will as the screen shows some of the highlights of him, I'll just read the pre-draft analysis. Addison's a savvy and elusive route runner who separates in man coverage and finds pockets in zone looks. Hits his top speed quickly and is instinctive after the catch. Plays faster than his time speed. Tracks the deep ball well and catches over the shoulder passes. Small and has the tendency to trap passes, but doesn't drop many. He will be a dangerous slot receiver. So I do like this pick for the Vikings. I do think that other teams might have had other wide receivers higher, but this was the next best wide receiver off the board. And I think paired with Justin Jefferson, this could be really dangerous because you have a wide receiver now where Justin Jefferson, last year the issue was that Thielen did a little bit and KJ was pretty good, but we didn't have that other wide receiver that was going to be really able to benefit off of Jefferson being tracked all over the field. Justin Jefferson, in those games that he was totally locked down, we didn't have a wide receiver that was going to come out and catch the cornerback snapping. So I do think that Addison's a good pick with the speed to sneak through the secondary. So when you've got a situation where, Justin Jefferson's been lighting it up for 3 games straight and you're going to double or even triple cover him, now you've got a really fast wide receiver that can complement him well, a great player to replace Adam Thielen, who was really not speedy anymore. He never really was a super speedy wide receiver. I think this is a great replacement, and it makes our offense a whole lot better. If I were the Vikings, I would have went for Will Levis, but there are some concerns with him, specifically the fact that he could go either way in terms of his locker room. Basically, people were a little bit concerned that he might be a little bit too much of a Baker Mayfield type player, where he plays with a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence that could snowball into, some overconfidence, not being a great locker room presence, which if those were the concerns Kwesi had, then all power to him. The Vikings have developed such an amazing locker room over this last year. You can just tell that all the players were playing for each other. So if the concern was that he was going to mess up the locker room, then sure, that's great. I still would have gone with Joey Porter, though, in terms of, because we have so much that we still need to fix with our secondary. We still could fix that in free agency if, for example, Dalvin Cook gets traded, which I still hope they do. So if they trade Dalvin Cook, we can either use that cap to get a cornerback or maybe even go for an offensive lineman. But that's the first pick of the draft. It'll be a good compliment to Justin Jefferson, and we'll continue to break down the rest of the picks as we get into round 2 and 3. Right now, we don't have very many draft picks the rest of the way, but I do like this for the first round. I just don't know what we're going to do for quarterback in the future now that we didn't go for Will Levis. Maybe we're hoping that we can find a way to drop all the way down and get Malik Hooker, but I just feel like with all the teams that are kind of desperate for quarterbacks, I feel like there's other teams that might get him first. But anyway, that's my initial reaction to that pick. Addison being picked by the Vikings round 1. Not the worst pick in the world. A couple players I might have picked first, but I trust Kwesi. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll just continue with this draft, and I'll continue to make videos as we progress. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you on the flip side.